Maybach music.
Welcome back to another Everyman Movie Critic, where we bring the love of movies back to you. As always, it's me, Johnny B. This guy,
I'm Scott.
Scott Evil, with his cat. And Danny's here too.
Hi.
Again.
And Stella.
As long as the check clears.
And Stella.
So this week we're going to talk about the best cult following horror films in our series of horror movie topics. Because Danny is our in-house expert. And if you'd like, in the comments, try to stump her maybe with a trivia question and see what we can come up with for future episodes to get her back, to entice her. She says she's too shy for it, but I don't buy it.
Bribe me. I take money.
Okay, money bribes. All right, Danny, which one would you like to start us out with? Favorite cult horror film?
A big cult horror film, I think we all agree. I know we just talked about it, but how about the Evil Dead franchise?
Absolutely, I agree.
Absolutely phenomenal movie. Spawned 3 sequels, a TV show, a remake.
Yep. And
Huge
you have one of the
cult
best
following.
actors on the planet. That's
Yes.
Bruce Campbell.
You gotta see Bruce Campbell from Hercules and Xena.
Briscoe County Jr.
Briscoe County Jr.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, and of course
And of
Burn
course,
Notice.
Burn Notice.
Yep.
I love that show.
Who was he in that?
He was.
Well, Sam Axe, but his
Chuck
nickname
Finley.
Chuck Finley.
And he wore.
Hawaiian shirts.
Agent Cagney. One time, because Cagney and Lacey.
Yep.
They always did those meta jokes in that show.
Yeah, Chuck Finley was a baseball
I know,
pitcher.
I
He
know.
didn't pitch for the Yankees and the Angels.
So he must have been a Yankees fan.
Probably.
My favorite of all of them was the Army of Darkness, only because it has, and I said this in the last video that we did about horror movie franchises, Hail to the King, baby.
I think probably my favorite. I thought it was weird. The second one was basically just a remake of the first one, but I did really like it. I thought it had a lot more humor in it.
Yeah, it was funny. The second one was definitely a lot more funnier than the first one.
Yeah, it was like a progression.
Yeah. Well, the first one, that's just said the remake. The first one was trying to be more serious and didn't work. Bruce Campbell's a comedian.
In the comments below, guys, let us know which one was your favorite of the three, or if you like the remake better, because I did go back to more scary horror, or more gore.
Or if you even like the TV show better.
Drag Me to Hell, that was the movie I was thinking about, Sam Raimi. Did you ever see that?
Yep.
That is and that you should have known the ending by the name of the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought she was going to live. The funniest part, though, was that old lady trying to gum her with her dentures. The whole time. That was so funny. You remember that part? She was in the car. She was stuck with her in the car. The lady she turned down for a loan or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she tried to bite her. Anyway, we digress. All right, Danny, what next video would you like to talk about?
I'm going to say one that's a little harder to find, but I know has a huge cult following, Return of the Living Dead. One of the many, many sequels to Night of the Living Dead. But definitely not only a cult classic, but I think one of the funniest ones they had.
Still George Romero, though, right?
Yes. Yep. I mean, it was kind of crazy. That was the one, I know you watched it with me, The Naked Chick in the Cemetery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my favorite part where they had all those animals for biology class and they all came back alive, but there's only like half an animal. So there's that dog on the floor going in circles because he couldn't move because he only had 2 legs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But they definitely are funny. But I gotta
So you highly
say,
recommend it, huh?
Oh, I do.
I gotta say though, with every zombie movie,
You gotta say?
yes, I gotta
Yeah,
say
okay.
this.
Well, then go ahead.
That's what I'm doing.
Maybe that should be your catchphrase. I gotta say.
Could be. Let me know.
I'm gonna do T-shirts
But,
for mine that says "I digress" or "We digress." He's gonna have. Say it again.
I gotta say.
I gotta say.
But as I'm saying here, the every zombie movie is made, and it seems like they all forget how to kill a zombie. But you got the Romero movie,
There's no
and
book for it.
as far as I'm concerned, that movie was made in every universe. So everybody should know how to kill a zombie. And
How should they know that?
Well, with the exception of Night of the Living Dead.
yeah, the first one, yes.
Trial by
because that's
error
the
on
very
that
All of
one.
them have different rules, though. Some of them you have to shoot them in the brain. Some you have to chop their head off to get from the remove from the
It's
spinal
still all
cord.
in the head.
You know to go for the head.
Yeah.
Not in World War Z. Some of them you just have to shoot them and they're dead. World War Z.
But if you
broke
shot them in the
that
head,
trouble.
they'd still die, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but according to them, you could just shoot them wherever, and if they fell over, that was it.
And zombies on easy mode.
It's not, I don't understand why they always have to forget, and now they're not sure, oh my god, what is this? Something came back to life.
Speaking of World War Z, you want to hear something funny? So, Peter Capaldi is in it, right? And he plays a doctor that works for the World Health Organization, WHO. So in the credits, his name is Who Doctor. Fast forward 5 years, Peter Capaldi is now Doctor Who. People thought that was the coolest little Easter egg or whatever now, foreshadowing. Maybe they saw that, the creators of Doctor Who saw that, and they were like, hey, maybe he'd make a good Doctor Who, because it says it right there in the title, Who Doctor. Check it out, guys, in the credits for World War Z with Brad Pitt, which has still failed to make a sequel, and I don't think they're ever going to make one. But my favorite is going back to Night of the Living Dead, though. My favorite was always a remake of Dawn of the Dead with Ving Rhames and Sarah Polley. I love that one. And Max Headroom is in that. You like Max Headroom?
Yeah, that's what we found out, because we watched them on Magicians.
Yes.
And
Who?
Max Headroom.
I can't remember his name.
I forgot what
I
it
don't
was too,
remember
but he comes out in Magicians.
Matt Brewer.
He comes out in Magicians.
Matt Brewer.
Magicians.
That's what I said,
Okay.
Magicians. He comes out in the Magicians, and he was in a book. And he comes out, and he's talking throughout and we're looking at him like, who is this guy?
Is that supposed to be? Is that the Librarians? Or is that something else?
No.
Librarians is completely different.
Oh, okay.
Librarians is kind of a Raiders of the Lost Ark type of thing.
So what's the Magicians about?
Magicians is about a bunch of magicians that went to school. They learned to
Harry Potter?
quite.
It's like Harry Potter, but more adult.
The Kmart version of Harry Potter.
An adult version of Harry Potter. They're
College Harry Potter.
Yeah, college Harry Potter instead of
Because they never did touch on those years. They fast forward from high school right up to when they were old and had kids.
Yeah, but with these here, we're looking at him. We're trying to figure out who he is. So we googled him, and
Matt Brewer?
Is that who Max Headroom's name is? Okay, yeah, and that's what we found out who he was. Is Max Headroom.
Oh.
And so he was in the Magicians.
You guys like our tangents, so there you go. Now you have some more trivia that you did not know about yesterday. Or 5 minutes ago.
Puppet Masters we already talked about.
Yeah, but we can talk about them again. Because they are very cult-ish.
They are. They have a huge following, honestly. I know most...
Well, anything from New Moon.
Yep, anything from New Moon is absolutely all straight-to-video, cult following.
I could have sworn one of the first one or some went to the theaters.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
When I was a kid, it was just on Cinemax at 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
That or USA.
Up All Night.
Yeah, the Up All Nights. You had
Ronda Rousey, or not Ronda Rousey. That's Ronda. Sorry, that was Ronda something with Ronda Sheridan.
Ronda Sheridan.
Ronda Rousey has a history none of us know about, apparently.
Yeah.
She was reincarnated to be an MMA fighter 10 years later.
But yeah, you have those.
What, Puppet Master?
Yeah,
the Puppet Master. They have the evil.
Wasn't
toys.
there another? Wasn't there
Toxies.
something that was like related to Puppet Master?
They have the Evil Toys series.
Yeah, and then they even had a crossover movie.
Yes, they
between
did.
The two
Puppet
of them.
Master versus the Evil Toys.
Yep.
Yes.
Who won?
I don't think I ever got around to seeing that one particular.
Well,
I
guys,
was like,
it's a
the
New
Evil
Moon
Toy
video.
series was.
You can actually catch a lot of New Moon videos on not Voodoo, Tubi TV. If you want to catch anything to do with those old horror New Moon movies, check them out. They're all
The Gingerbread Man.
A lot of them on there.
Gingerbread Man.
Gary Busey, the Gingerbread Man. That's a New Moon one. That one's a.
We're actually going to do a whole video on New Moon movies.
Yeah, you'd be good for that.
all you guys, Dani's going to lead that one again because she's the expert, like I said, the in-house.
She talks to New Moon.
Oh.
I get in trouble by New Moon.
Oh my God! What about The Howling? We didn't put.
That was
we
a
didn't talk about
franchise, yeah.
That
The
was a
Howling.
franchise.
And that
Thank you.
was
It
yeah.
You're welcome.
The Howling was kind of funny too.
After a while.
Yeah.
Because back in the 80s, it was anything to do with monsters. And
Yeah.
you had the Halloween, you had the Silver Bullet, you had
Yeah.
all those ones that were pretty much rip-offs of one
Yeah.
another.
Well, American Werewolf in London came out then.
People just loved seeing people eat people or rip people apart back then in the 80s.
There was, I mean, you gotta think
80s
of
were a rough time.
Think about even going back to detective movies like Sherlock Holmes, The Hound of the Baskerville. In some versions that I've seen, he was.
Hey, our star is back.
In some versions that I've seen of The Hound of the Baskerville, he was a werewolf. So I mean, there's
Was it a werewolf?
one of them. There was they
Because I
had
know in the
different
TV
things.
show of the one that was on
Yeah.
BBC that was with Benedict Cumberbatch, they were just dogs.
Yeah, and then there's one where it's nothing, and it's just
But the one with like Basil Rathbone or whatever.
yeah. There was one of them that I saw. I'm not sure who was in it. Which one? But there was a werewolf, and it was tearing people apart. But yeah. As you.
Are
what
you
do
sure
say?
that was Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, it was an older one that I'd seen. It was.
I don't doubt it.
And I don't know who was in it, but I just remember freaking out as a kid because I was younger watching that. I was scared of werewolves.
Well, any of those Universal monster movies back then, they keep trying to make a comeback
Yeah.
with a dark universe and it keeps failing. But I heard Invisible Man now is actually pretty good. Blumhouse is now behind them. And if they do it, the next one they want to do, I think, was Frankenstein. But they're not going to connect them.
Okay.
Even though they kind of might have connected loosely. You know, they don't want to officially say it because they don't want to jinx and everything.
No.
But Universal Studios is definitely trying to get a dark universe together again. And Invisible Man was a huge hit, so we'll see how it rolls.
Wouldn't surprise
Pretty much,
me.
we should do a whole video on Blumhouse. I mean,
And the
good
classics.
God, those guys know everything about horror.
They do.
You could do one on the classics of like the old like
Boris,
Dracula,
Koloff.
yeah, like Dracula.
Talking about like
and,
Golden Age of horror.
Yeah, Dracula,
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, yep, things like
But
that.
what about that one canon movie with all those monster guys together? The
Monster-
House of the Long Shadows.
Oh, I was thinking of Monster Squad.
Yeah, that's a great horror comedy.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
that was
horror
a very
comedy.
good comedy. Yes,
And that was Universal Studios trying to
Yes.
make it again.
that was awesome.
All right, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's
We-
my favorite of all
We
the
kind
cult
of
ones.
touched on that a little bit in one of the other videos, but
Horror comedies.
yes,
Horror comedies. It definitely is, but it's just such a classic, you know.
yeah, it goes right up there.
Midnight, popcorn.
Anything
midnight,
that was
something you
popcorn
find
is
on.
eating you.
Yeah, I mean, you just find it on TV. I think that's how I found it. Just find it on TV.
Let's get a like for the cat.
Yes, Estella.
Guys, if you
There's
like
make
cats,
my nose itch.
I
Hit
know
a
what
like,
you're
hit the like button for us.
I know.
Killer Clowns, just like
I want to
Attack of
see
the
a
Killer
sequel.
Tomatoes.
Attack of the Killer
I would like to
Tomatoes
see
is a great one, too.
a sequel to Killer Clowns, or even a remake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
I really wish I could have gone down to Universal had their Halloween horror on my bucket list.
I've been
I
to
pretty
that.
much tops my bucket list of things to do in life. They had the Killer Clowns from Outer Space this year,
Oh my God.
right?
No, I've been to them before, and they are really fun.
It's literally the top
I
of
mean,
my
you
bucket
really
list.
have to get in line. You have to pick and choose which ones you want
If
to
anyone
do.
wants to make a GoFundMe and get me to Halloween Horror Nights,
Guys, if you know her address, send her money.
I take money.
If you're that
I
good.
take bribes. I take it all.
The next
PayPal
one
will work too.
you got on the list here, you got Children of the Corn.
My absolute favorite movie of all time.
And you told us the story of how you dressed up like a
How I
stuffed
dressed
corn.
up like a child of the
Oh.
corn for many years.
Yep.
She had a bag of popcorn and she just ran around.
Oh yeah, totally. No, really one of my favorite movies.
But
You
in the
would've-
same vein as that, like what the bad seed would probably be in
The
that
Bad
scene?
Seed.
'Cause it was
No,
kids?
No, the Bad
Wasn't
Seed's
it Seed
completely
Kids?
different.
it's kids. It's a kid. Only one kid in the Bad
Like
Seed.
the good son or anything?
Yeah, that's what inspired The Good Son and all those type of movies where the one kid is killing people.
Macaulay
It actually
Culkin.
comes from The Bad Seed.
And Elijah Wood.
If you haven't seen it, it's Bad Seed
Problem
from
child.
like 1950. It's a black and white movie. It's a very old one.
Guys, check it
It's
out.
really good.
They remade it just recently.
They did just remake it, which is a little more
Who was in it?
weird.
Anybody
I
you know?
don't know. I think it was a Lifetime movie. It was a TV
I know it
movie.
was remade because I remember seeing it advertised.
The next
I
one
just
on
want to
our-
know if anyone got killed with a shoe.
The next one on our
Halloween.
list, Halloween 3. We were talking that
Season of
loosely
the
on the
Witch.
best franchises, and again, if you didn't watch the other video, I'll leave a box up there for you to click on. They were trying to get away from the whole Michael Myers thing. They tried to do an anthology series, and that was the first one. It didn't take off, so they went back to Return of Michael Myers, which actually that's the first one Danielle Harris was in. We were talking about her. Danielle Harris is from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
See, now I would like to see them.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
the Silver
dun,
Shamrock.
dun, dun, dun.
Of course,
So
Dun, dun,
addicting.
dun, 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 dun,
the
dun,
Silver
dun,
Shamrock there
Shamrock.
from Season of the Witch.
dun, dun, dun,
To me,
dun, dun.
I would
Keep
like.
going
I would
on.
love to
Dun, dun,
see
dun,
them get it as a link to what it is. Maybe having the witches created how he keeps coming back or something like that.
No, we
I would
had
like
talked
to
about that
see-
in the past.
So like the
too.
vein
Yeah.
of Nightmare on Elm Street, where it was the three demon dream warriors that
Yeah.
were making him.
I would love to see that. I mean, I don't think they're ever going to do that, obviously, but
That was in Freddy's Dead.
yeah. But I would love to see that. So there are tied in together. So now talking about that obviously brings you right into Leprechaun.
Luck of the Irish.
That's right.
My favorite kill in that Leprechaun, I keep saying, is the one where he wishes the pot of gold right in his belly.
Yeah, they got
That is so disgusting. It just burst right out of him.
the
Jennifer
Leprechaun.
Aniston was in
Jennifer
that one, right?
Aniston was in the first one. Yeah.
Now I know we keep saying this, and I'm gonna probably they don't know what I'm talking about, but they're all going to space. They're all going in the city. That's the Muppets, and that's also Jason. I swear to God, there's a conspiracy there. It's the Mandela effect or something. I don't know what the hell the Mandela effect is, but I'm telling you, there's some weird shit going on there because, come on, coincidence. The Muppets went to space. The Muppets took Manhattan. Jason took Manhattan. They even use the word take Manhattan.
Yeah.
Jason takes Manhattan. Muppets take Manhattan. What the hell?
Yeah.
Jason goes to space. Muppets
Jason
go to
in space. Yeah, Jason X.
Leprechauns went to the
Space.
hood, and Leprechaun went to space.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're borrowing.
Conspiracy.
They're borrowing stuff. There's no. That's why they say Hollywood has no original ideas.
You
When the
got
Muppets are.
All right, guys, who pulled it off the best though? Jason, the Muppets, or the Leprechaun? In the comments below, tell us which one of those three. I think the Muppets because there was a lot of singing and you didn't feel like throwing up afterwards.
I would pay to see Jason sing though.
That would have been badass. He did punch a
Jason?
guy's head off though.
Yeah, that was
He
my
went to
favorite
the-
part there. Where
The
where
boxer?
the guy was he's boxing, hitting, and he
Yeah.
almost
And
beat him,
Jason
and he
was
just like
like-
ran on a straight. Yeah.
He's like, "Huh, what do you got, mother effer?" And then he's like,
You
If
showed
he
him
had-
what he had?
If
"You
he
know
had
what
a
would have
little
been
bit
funnier
more-
if there was a basketball hoop right there and his head went in there."
Yeah.
But that would have been funny horror franchises.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
would have not worked.
If he just had a little bit more stamina, he would have knocked Jason off of that spot.
Or
There.
not.
He was backed up. He was right on the
Jason-
edge. He was right there
Oh
on the
yeah,
edge.
he would have went over the.
Yeah, he would have killed him, but he would have knocked him
That's
over.
his world down. Actually, no, he doesn't like water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he was drowned.
Yep. So now you got the nasty things like
Creep show.
No, I was more thinking of
Creep
Human
show was
Centipede.
nasty.
Yeah, I guess.
That's an anthology movie, but still.
What about, like,
Creep
guy
Show
with
2
all
was
the cockroaches everywhere?
And when they buried the guy in the sand.
I like
and,
that one a lot.
I like that too.
See, I
I like
never
that
watched
story.
the first one. Okay, there's a guy on YouTube named Brandon Trenold. He does like a bunch of like B-movie horror, and he talks about it. It's really funny. Check him out. He does like a whole thing about all of the creep shows. My favorite was part 2 because of the Indian getting revenge, or Native American, excuse me, or the sludge on the water, the raft. I think that's what the name
Yep.
of that one was. It always made me when she fell asleep and then her face was like, that was so gross. And then she thought she won. Or was
Yeah.
the guy that made it to the? He's either one of the guys or girl.
The guy at the end.
Yeah.
He said, "I beat you, you mother," and then he.
Yeah. Yep.
That
I
was
think
so
it was the
messed
guy
up.
at the end. Yep.
And the music got left on in the car, and nobody knows what happened to them.
The thing I was talking about more from being
Oh, the
disgusting.
gross out ones?
Absolute gross.
Human
Like Human
Centipede.
Centipede and Hostel.
Yep,
We're gonna
Hostel's
talk about
definitely in
gross out
there.
horror. I think Human Centipede wins that because the
Oh,
whole
definitely.
Yeah.
sewing a guy's mouth to a girl, or a girl's mouth to the Chinese guy's butt, and he poops
Yeah.
in her mouth. That was so.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean, yeah,
That would mess
watching
me up
the
for
Human Centipede, it just gets to the point where it's just a badge of honor.
Wait,
Yeah,
did
That's
you
why it's a
something.
cult classic. It's just a badge of honor to say you watched the Human Centipede.
And they
It's like
made-
a dare, like the 2 chicks, 1 cup thing. It's like you.
You don't want
Oh, I
to.
never saw that.
That's a train wreck. You can't stop watching it. It's the most disgusting thing on the planet.
I gagged
But,
quite a bit.
But did you ever see the South Park episode
No.
where they
God,
did Human
no.
Centipede?
No.
Because you know how on their cell phone you have to agree to terms, and that was one of the terms. He had to go join the Human
Oh
Centipede.
God.
Not Cartman, no.
Kenny?
Kenny, no, not Kenny. Stan or
Oh, God.
Kyle. One of those two. They agreed to the terms on their Apple phone because you always have to agree to the terms
Yeah.
when you get a new phone.
Yep.
And that was one of the terms. So be careful. Read your term of agreement on all your terms of agreements. You never
Okay.
know if you're gonna end up in a Human Centipede.
Yeah, the Human Centipede. I mean, they make 3 of them, but one of them I
Yeah.
don't think ever got released.
No,
Yeah.
the second one was the millionaire who watched the first movie, which
Yeah.
I
No.
thought was kind of meta.
I thought the second one was just some deranged guy. I didn't think it was a millionaire.
I think they had. Well, I think he had money.
He probably did.
Either way, it was something where he watched the original movie
Yeah.
or something in that vein, and I just thought that was really.
And like I
cool.
said, it's kind of on my list of I'm not really rushing to see it.
Yeah.
No, when the first one,
I always thought the first one I'm good.
I just skipped through it
You want
on
to?
Netflix.
That was smart.
I watched
That
it on a
was
computer
smart.
so I could control the mouse, and anytime and then I always stopped at the wrong parts. The guy's trapped in the girl's mouth, and I was like, huh?
There was quite a bit of gagging on mine.
You want to
But
talk about
Hostel.
Adam Green? Or you want to talk about Hostel first?
Yeah, because we're talking
Okay.
about these gross out ones.
Yeah, Hostel's.
But the second one I like better because again they went into the deeper into the underground world of these psycho mother effers
Yeah.
who want to pay good money to kill innocent girls or men or whatever, drill into them. And the girl, most grossest one was that woman that scythed the girl
Mm-hmm.
above her. Remember, she just kept slicing at her more and more, and the blood was just dripping all over her. Oh, yuck! I don't even know why I watched that garbage. What the hell?
So then you can
it's
say
a
you
train
watched
wreck.
it.
It's a
So
train
you
wreck.
can say you watched
I could
it.
say I watched it anyway, just by reading it on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
There's
I was
movies
probably
I've
safer for
definitely
doing
read
that.
on Wikipedia that I'm like, I'm not gonna bother to watch that.
Oh yeah, the one I was gonna
Siberian
mention.
film, never gonna happen.
Adam Green, you said.
Adam Green, he directed one called Hatchet, and Kane Hodder was actually in it, not as the killer, I don't think, and I think Robert Englund, was in it too, because you have to put classic horror guys in there.
Yeah, you put him in Zombie Strippers too.
Yes, zombie strippers.
Now that's a good horror movie.
That was an awesome movie.
Yes, it was.
Some gore in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite a bit actually.
Any
The
horror?
one stripper with the
horrifying
ping pong,
images?
not the ping pong. Oh, what was it? Pool balls.
Yeah.
She was shooting the pool balls from her hoo-ha.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god, she was shooting pool ball to a hoo-ha.
She was a zombie,
hoo-ha,
yeah.
yeah.
From her hoo-ha.
Definitely not for kids, guys. I
No.
never clicked the thing where it says this is okay
Not
for kids to
YouTube,
watch.
not family-friendly
Mature,
YouTube.
no. Then you got more cerebral ones like
7.
Seven. That's
That was a
definitely
great one.
because they never really show anything.
Mm-hmm.
They show the after effect, but it
Yeah.
messes with your mind, like the guy with that dildo that he had to wear to screw the prostitute, and they showed the picture of it for a hot second, but you could still see that blade was like that long. And think about what no, nope. And it was actually a theory because the guy who played that guy was in that Denzel Washington movie where he was a paraplegic, and he was helping Angelina Jolie, Bone Collector. That's a really TV show on NBC now too. The
Is
Bone
it?
Collector.
Coming up?
Yeah. No, I think it's already out. But the guy who was in Seven that did that was the killer, or was the Bone Collector in Bone Collector. He was his nurse.
Oh.
Always working next to him. You saw the Bone Collector? You
Yeah, I
worked
saw
at
the
the
Bone
theater
Collector.
when I worked. Remember how he was there with the glasses and he was always in the background and he's the guy who was fixing the bed
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And he was right under their nose. Somebody said that was like an interesting fan theory that it was the same person that went from that and got messed up from what he had to do in Seven, because it's kind of like the same vein. A weird killer killing people and like tying them up, giving them a chance to escape. Well, that's more like Saw than anything. But
Yeah, 7's.
Seven is messed up.
I liked it though. It had a very good
Okay.
ending. I liked it. Yeah.
Fright Night.
Fright Night. You got to talk about Fright Night. You got to talk about Lost Boys, 2 vampire movies.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Lost Boys right here.
I did like the remake
Love
with
Lost.
Anson
Yeah.
Yelchin or whatever his name is.
Oh, for Fright Night.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
He
was good.
unfortunately died very young age.
Yeah, Fright Night was the remake was pretty good too.
Who was that? Was
And then the sequel was kind of funny. That was goofy.
what was the first guy? The guy in the remake. Who was that? Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Yes, Colin Farrell. You're right.
And I like how he just burned the house down. He's
Mhm.
like, all right, forget this nonsense. You can't keep me out if I'm going to blow your house up.
Yep.
That is so messed up. Just stay in the framework.
Well, no, if you think about it though,
Put some salt on the thing.
I mean they did that in a lot of different besides Fright Night, a lot of different
the
vampire
first one was-
franchises.
The original was more comedy than it.
Yeah, the first and the second one from the originals were kind of were funny. But no, I mean, yeah, what I was talking about is a lot of like especially in the TV shows, they do a lot of where if they're not letting them in, they're shooting fire into you, smoking you out, type of thing.
Not directly into them.
Well,
Oh,
no,
in their house.
into the house, yeah.
I was going to say, that's messed up.
But Lost
Well,
Boys
why?
didn't do anything like that.
No, but the guy did, if you remember. Didn't the leader ask for permission to come
Yeah.
in?
Yes.
We didn't
Legally?
know. Yeah.
You never caught that part.
Yeah, because
Yep.
you didn't realize you thought Keith Sutherland was the
Leader.
leader.
Mhm.
But that was too obvious.
Yeah, and
Hi, baby.
I mean you got Keith Sutherland. Who's all in there? You got
Keith
Billis
Sutherland, you
Preston
got Billis-
Esquire.
Yes.
Keith Sutherland. You have
Which I
the
can't wait
Tories.
for part 3 to come out this year.
They made-
Yes.
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
I can't wait either.
78-minute runtime, though. I'm very unhappy about that. And I want to know what they're going to do with Rufus. Because
Yes.
you can't replace Rufus.
Well, no, I heard he's in it. So I think he's like
Maybe a
Princess Leia
flashback
type
scene
of
or
thing.
something. Yeah.
But
Well, they at least had Carrie Fisher to do it.
yeah. But with Lost Boys though, they made a franchise. Was it 3 or 4 of them?
4.
They
Was
did
it
2
4?
direct. They did all the rest were direct to video.
Yeah, they made
The Frog Boys came back
Yep.
in the 3rd one.
Yep, the frogs came. They became. One of them became a vampire, and one of them.
Yeah.
I heard they were like god awful. All the
They were. They
The
were really
last
good.
one was a little weird
Yeah.
because they had to
Corey
edit together
Feldman.
what they
Wait, they
had.
actually made a 4th one?
Yeah.
I know the 3rd one. Corey Feldman came back with that kid that played both the frogs in the first movie.
Corey Haim. They had to.
Well, Corey Haim was the son.
He was
Yeah.
gonna make one, and then he just
He couldn't do it.
He
Well, he
was
died,
mentally.
too.
He wasn't mentally
And then he
there.
died.
And then he
Yeah.
died, so it was too late for him.
So the little bit that they had to try to make it and edit
Yeah.
it in. So it was a little bit odd, but it
Yeah,
wasn't
because he came a
really the
vampire
worst
too.
movie
Wasn't the
ever.
3rd one called like Return of the Frogs Brothers or something?
The
like
Frogs
No.
Brothers Return to
That was so
something, or
bad.
maybe not.
Well, the one of them, because Corey Feldman had to go and rescue his brother because his brother was a vampire,
Yeah,
and
I like that.
Corey
I like-
Haim had turned his brother into a vampire, I believe, wasn't it?
I
Or was it somebody that turned Corey into a vampire?
don't remember. This was years ago.
Yeah,
The first one was his brother,
yeah,
his older brother, Jason
yeah.
or whatever.
They
his
couldn't
name is.
save Corey Haim,
That is Jason Patrick,
hmm
who played his brother.
who played Star.
Oh, that's you mean the girl?
Yeah,
That's she was from Square Pegs back in the
Mhm.
80s. I can't think of her name, but yeah, Jamie Gertz.
Yep.
I love Jamie Gertz. Less Than Zero, she's in that. That's a really good movie. No, I'm thinking that I can't remember. The guy who directed Batman 3 and 4,
okay.
Joel Schumacher. He's the one who did Lost Boys.
Okay.
Very, he had all those pastel colors. And
Yeah. Well, we
very,
could have it right in front of you.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher. That was right. John DeBont is the one who directed the Speed movies, so I take that back.
Mhm.
For some reason, I thought John DeBont directed both.
But so now you want to talk about Anaconda?
That's up there with like Snakes on a Plane in my book.
Yeah, it's
Goofy,
like Jaws and Piranha and that to me.
but you got to see the snake a lot more
Yeah.
than you did
Yeah.
Jaws, because Jaws had that
Wow.
malfunctioning.
But yeah, Anaconda. I mean, it wraps around you, it eats a thing.
I think it was
eats you.
huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
That's what she said.
And then of course you got what on there? Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's every horror buff knows Sam.
Tell us a little about the movie.
It's one of those like you got the 4 different stories.
So an anthology.
Yeah,
movie.
that's the word I was trying to think of. And it ends with Sam, the little character with a bag on his head. It's a little pumpkin dude. He's just the funniest thing ever. And what do you have to say about Trick or Treat?
See, I didn't see that one, but I saw a movie with the same name, and I thought when she was first talking about it, that's what she was talking about.
Well, one had like Trick R apostrophe treat,
Trick or treat.
and then the other one was or.
Trick or Treat.
But the one that I thought she was talking about was on the cover of it. It has Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons, and so it makes
You
it
know
look like
him.
it makes you look like they're the actual stars of the movie. But Gene Simmons, he's in there a little more than Ozzy. Ozzy is a preacher in it who has a little bit of blips here and there. That's all he does. And Gene Simmons is a radio talk host that's on there quite a bit. And but they're not nowhere
What's the
near
name
the
of that
main people.
one?
Trick or treat.
I thought you were gonna talk about. I thought you were gonna say it's the
I
Phantom of the whatever.
no, this
That's
was out.
kind of a
This was
horror
out way
cult
before.
classic,
What's
right?
that?
Yeah.
The Phantom.
Kiss
of
Me's
the
the Phantom of the Park.
Kiss Me's the Phantom of the
That's
Park.
kind of a horror.
It's not really a horror, but I guess you could
Isn't that
put it
kind
in
of like
there.
in the vein of like trauma
It's
films?
more like a I guess
Because
it's
trauma
more like
films are
a
very campy.
it's more like a
horror movies.
Scooby Doo type of thing
Yeah.
where they're
Who done it?
yeah, well I mean
And he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling Kiss members.
basically
Were you meddling Star Child?
basically yeah, because they took the
Star Child, Cat.
comic book powers that Kiss has in the comic books from Marvel. They took them and they made it into a movie.
Actually, they were Marvel characters technically,
Yep.
weren't they? Star Child.
Star Child, the Demon, the Cat, and Space Ace. Yep,
Which one was Gene Simmons?
the Demon.
Because he had the tongue.
Yeah, not just that, but his makeup.
And it wasn't that. And it wasn't even. Well, he had that long tongue. It wasn't even prosthetic either. That's
No.
his
No,
real
that's
tongue.
just his real tone.
That's why
Yeah.
his wife stayed with him for so long.
No, she's still with him, isn't she?
Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
That was an interesting couple. She did a lot of B nudie
B
movies
movies,
back
yes.
in the 90s,
Yep.
which he doesn't want to know anything about.
Yeah.
And their daughter wants to follow in her footsteps.
Their daughter is a
Sophie.
great singer. Sophie's a really good
She's
singer.
got a-
Nick's a good singer
Yeah,
too.
she's got a set of pipes, all right.
Yeah. No, they both were. They both have performed already. Sophie's a very good singer.
Yeah, she
actually
was on
tried
American
out for,
Idol.
Yeah, American Idol.
So
I
did
was
Jim
gonna say.
Carrey's daughter.
Did he?
Yeah, she. Not he, she. I know Canadians, it's kind of hard to tell, but.
Especially when it comes to Jim Carrey.
Oh my god. I don't know if it was like a love the child between him and Lauren Holly or not, probably. But anyway, alright, so we're going to wrap it up here with cult classic favorites, according to Dani Madden, who loves horror movies. So hopefully we'll get her back for some more topics. Leave a comment below on movies we missed that you'd like to see talked about in other videos, or just want to have a discussion about it. Try to stump Dani with questions about horror movies if you can. That would be awesome sauce. And we'll see you guys next time. Oh, and make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already to catch more content, and hit the notification button for new videos.
Right.
Take it easy, guys.